Greetings, Rising Court. You've just stepped into the 360 chamber. I am Queen Vanshay Rising 360 Plus Tarot. Today's reading will be for Virgo. This will be Virgo's reading for March. These are the decks that I'm going to use. We're not going to take too much time, you guys. So let's get started for Virgo. All right, you guys, so this is the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition cards. I'm going to try to use these cards to kind of see what the main storyline for you guys is going to be for the month of March. I'm going to ask for 3 cards, Virgo. Okay, so here we go. Oh, what's at the bottom? Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck. Oh. But you also have the star. Wow. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Let's see what that's all about, please, for Virgo in the month of March. Very please. Can I get 3 cards to kind of tell the main story for Virgo for the month of March? It is March 4th. Okay. What is going to be the storyline here for Virgo? And 3 cards, please. Let's see if I just turn this on. That's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. That's going to be 3, y'all. So this is going to be Virgo's storyline for the month of March. Here we go. So here we go, y'all. What energy is shaping the sign of Virgo right now for the month of March? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so the 10 of coins. I mean, that's cool. That is cool. Ow, this is right here. I said, ow, this right here. You know what I'm saying? So with the 10 of coins coming for you guys being the first card, the energy right now, before I turn this over, is about that money. As usual with any earth sign, pretty much. It's always about that money for the most part. Okay? With this 10 of coins coming out, this could be anything. I do understand that we are in tax time season, but I don't really think this is what this is referring to, Virgo. Let's turn this one over, though. That's why I said, That's why I said, Yeah, because I could feel it. 3 of Swords right here. All right, so what's this one about? So what that mean? The energy is Virgo is going to be focusing on their money and things of that nature, setting their foundation, because they was dealing with to try to get over some type of heartache or something that they've been going through. Let's see what the outcome gonna be. Love it. Fucking love it. Listen, so we pretty much know what the 10 of coins is. The 10 of coins is about wealth, you know, strong foundation when it comes to your stability, things of that nature. That's usually what this 10 of Pentacles is about, right? The 3 of Swords, we all know what the 3 of Swords is, you know what I'm saying? Heartache, pain, things of that nature. But you got this Queen of Swords right here. Whenever time I think about the Queen of Swords, I think about mental clarity. I think about communication. I think about breakthroughs. So it's almost like I got my money, you know what I'm saying? Somebody probably, you know, done some foul shit, but it's all good with this Queen of Swords coming out. Could have been a Queen of Swords who broke your heart, but I'm not for sure. Could have been a Queen of Swords that broke your heart and was trying to just get your money. I do not know, Virgo. That's why we're going to use this card right here. This card is going to tell us basically the core, the root of all of this right here, okay? But I will read this for you right here, this Queen of Swords, because I want to see how this Queen of Swords is coming through when it comes to this 3 of Swords and this 10 of Pentacles. So let's see how this Queen of Swords is coming in at. So the Queen of Swords talks about fault finding it says belittling. It says tough exterior with the inner fragility or coldness, experiencing hardship. It talks about widow. It talks about barren, sterile. It talks about mourning, separation, loneliness, loss of their effects, nasty attitude. So damn, what this tells me, that's why I read it. What this tells me is that Virgo has realized that somebody is not who they claim to be, or you're learning that somebody is not who you want them to be. But in the meantime, you're going to still focus on getting this money. I hope this Queen of Swords did not try to come for your money. I'm hoping this is Virgo, even though some bullshit done happened with this Queen of Swords, they still going to focus on their money. That's what I'm hoping. This is how this is playing out. All right. But let's use these cards right here and get to the bottom of it. We're going to see what the core situation is right here. When I cut the deck, change as absolutely. Absolutely. Change. Absolutely. Activate. Do it now. Virgo, do it now. Spirit, for the month of March for Virgo, please. What is the root of all of this? What is the core of these three cards up here for Virgo? Give me one card, please, for Virgo that would explain all three cards, please. All right. It's interesting that the Gemini would come out, okay? Gemini is an air sign, right? And we got this Queen of Swords, which is also an air sign. Then we got these Three of Swords. You know what I'm saying? This is all air energy coming out, and then we got Gemini coming out. So I said, give me a card that will explain all three of these cards right here. And then we just happen to get Gemini, and it's number 3 right there. So let's see what it got to say. Where's the book? All right. I be telling everybody, like, this is like a wonderful book. Even if you ain't a tarot reader, everybody should have this book. It's cold, the motherfucker on that thing. It's cold as hell. All right. So let's go to number 3 for Virgo and see what it's talking about. Now, Virgo, this is what it says. It's called Gemini, and it says cross-pollinate, okay? And it talks about words are at the heart of the issue. Words are at the heart of the issue. Somebody somewhere said some bullshit. And more than likely, Virgo, it was this Queen of Swords, because this Queen of Swords talks about being a bitter, nasty motherfucker. You feel me? I don't know if this bitter, nasty motherfucker said something at the job. This bitter, nasty motherfucker, I don't know, tried to come at your money. I don't know, okay? It says, words are at the heart of the issue you are facing, and not just any words, but real dialogue. It feels intense in the situation. See what is blocking the lines of communication. Remember I said whenever this comes out, this is what for mental clarity, breakthrough, things of that nature, whenever the swords come out, all right? And the Queen of Swords, okay? So maybe the fact that with this Queen of Swords, Virgo, you couldn't handle this shit that came out of this person's mouth, okay? It could have cut you at the core, you know what I'm saying? It says, what's blocking the lines of communication and open that attribute? It says, listening to the grapevine and cross-pollinate. Gather information. It says, bits of truth may flow in on gossip. Damn. Social, float in on gossip. It says, explore social media, sound bites, and any other ways to get the word out. Talk to the people as if they are your siblings, true equals. If something is bothering you, find a place to unpack it. Get it on the table and take a good look and talk it over in depth with a friend or a therapist, or write it down in a journal. Trust the process of self-expression to help you get to the root of the problem. However, assuming anything you will say will be repeated. Gemini scattered seeds is not concerned with privacy or individuality, and it's not necessarily loyalty. So this motherfucker here is not loyal. They out there telling everything. You know, they out there gossiping on social media. They out there saying a whole bunch of shit. Now you're gossiping on me, you're gossiping on me, and you're breaking my heart, and you doing this like damn, and you got a knife right here, a sword right here too. That's like 4 swords to the gut. You feel me? Like how and why was you ever even in this situation, Virgo? It is beyond me. Here's the challenges. It says the situation may be more complex than you think. Yeah, because in my head, that's why I'm like, why the fuck? So be willing to dig in. Gemini's energy can be shallow and oversimplified as it encourages you rather than depth. So you have to add the depth. Damn. Gemini's gift. It says Gemini's gift is to open the mind and sense of universal siblinghood. We are all in this together. The soul knows how to find itself back in equilibrium if you just let all parts communicate. Help the unexpressed feeling person and determined within the community to be heard. So if I was to say the situation at hand, Virgo, if I was to say something was said, and then it's possibly that it got out into the community and it probably got twisted. It probably got twisted. You know how like how a rumor starts, everybody has to put their little take on it. You know what I'm saying? They have to. And then shit get misconstrued and it get all fucked up. Now it's all out there. Now you feeling this type of way, this person feeling this type of way, when whoever's feeling any type of way, y'all should have talked this out between each other instead of going back and telling it to other folks. Communication. This situation lacked communication, Virgo. Okay? I don't know if y'all had issues over money. I don't know if you met this person at your job, or I don't know if you're just focusing on your money to get over whatever this person did right here. Okay? So that's the root of it all. That's the root of it all. People talking to the wrong people, wrong information. All right? Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting right here. Okay, these right here are the our world's daily guidance, and I just want to use one card. Okay, I just want to use this one card to see what's going on for you guys in the real world. Okay, what's going on with Virgo in the real world. All right, hold on, is this upside down? Hold on, let me just check one card. Yeah, it was upside down, my bad, y'all. So what's going on in the real world for Virgo? We got student. Okay, so you could be just learning that this person isn't who they presented themselves to you in the first place. You could be learning who you are because of this person. Or you could just be learning a whole bunch of shit at this point in time. At the bottom of the deck, we have student in number 9. Okay, followed by the path. See, that's what I'm saying. You finna get in the month of I was finna say May, but in the month of March, like I said, it's March 4th. You finna get ready and learn which way to go and which way not to go. Okay, with student being right here in the path, you finna figure it out. You finna figure it out, Virgo, and you gonna figure it out fast because of all of this shit. One card spirit for Virgo. I want to know, what is the real world thing for Virgo? Like, what's going on in the real world for them? One card, please. Aw, shit. Okay, so whenever I see this card, listen, I said, what's going on in the real world with them? You see how we got, I'm pretty sure this is probably, I'm not going to say I'm pretty sure, but this looked like Instagram to me. This, I don't know what this could be, but that almost looked like Facebook to me, and this almost looked like Fox News to me. I don't know. But whenever I get the big chop, I think about something that you have went through that's so much, and it's to the point where you feel me, I'm finna chop off all my hair. I'm just finna. And a lot of times, and I don't even know if that's for guys, but I know for women, a lot of times when they go through some type of event in life or whatever the case may be, that just be so overbearing, they cut their hair off. Okay, I'm a witness because shit, I done cut my shit off like 6 times. You feel me? So that lets you know, maybe 5 times. So that lets you know, motherfucker be going through some shit or whatever. But that also lets me know, Virgo, that you more than likely have went through something. And what you're gonna do in return is like, fuck all this shit. I'm finna start. Or remember I said with that path, that student, you finna choose to go in a different direction. And a lot of females, and it could be related to males too, they will cut their hair off. It's a brand new me. I'm being rejuvenated. I'm finna start something, different, something new. Now remember, we had that Hierophant earlier over here with the star card, remember? So the star card is all about renewal, hope, spirituality, things of that nature. Somebody is gonna be starting over in the real world because of this right here, because of that right there. But the great thing about it is, you ain't gonna let fuck with that money though. Don't let it that money though. Now, I want to use these cards right here. And these are the African Goddess Rising cards right here. And I just want to see, like, what is your spiritual empowerment, Virgo? We go through all of this or whatever the case may be, but what is it? What is you going to be bringing? How is spirit coming through for you with this, okay? So let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we got, listen, we got cosmic powers, okay? And it's a man and it's a woman on here. Okay, that's interesting. Cosmic. Look that up, Shay. I think that's important. Something just said, look that up, Shay. It's the air element. Okay, and we got all this air element up here. We got the air here with the 3 of Swords, air here with the Queen of Swords, and air here with Gemini right here. All right, so what does this say? It says, you are in the right place. Release the fear of your powers. You are sacred. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. Damn. Now that you know this, you can pretend not to. Yeah, Virgo getting ready to choose a different path because Virgo done figured out something. Virgo done learned something about themselves or someone around them. And now that you know the truth, you cannot pretend like you don't, okay? And if you got to cut your hair off or change, it ain't just got to be your hair. If you know you need to change up something about you to move forward, then do that. Okay, it says, rise up into your magnificence. It says, love and accept yourself fully and unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. Your real power has nothing to do with external gain. Ooh, your real power has nothing to do with external gain. So, your real power has nothing. Yeah. So even though you do have this money right here, that's not really where your power is. Okay, Virgo. It says your real power has nothing to do with your external gains. So the things that are on the outside, your material aspects of it. Okay, cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force and birth, the sun, in the moon, and birthed by the sun and the moon. My power shines forth from within. Yep. So even though somebody probably tried to break you in the worst way, Virgo, they can't. The only way Virgo can be broken is they break their own selves. All right, choose a different path. Now that you know, you can't pretend that you don't. All right. Can I look at this shit? Look at this shit. I didn't even get to do what I wanted to do. It did what it did what it wanted to do. So let's see what it talks about. That is so funny to me because it talked about that card at the bottom talked about pretending to be something that, you know, now that you know, and da 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 da, and then look, mask gonna come out. You can't hide from it no more. You cannot put no mask on it no more. So go ahead and show the world the real you. Okay? Now let's just read what that got to say. Number 18 could be significant to you, Virgo. Let's see what it talks about. Temple of the Shadow, y'all. Come on now. It's a lot of air energy coming out. And for our earth sign, okay, it's a lot because a lot of times when I think about earth signs, I always think about money, you know what I'm saying, and being precise with things, you know. I don't always look at earth signs as people who communicate very well, okay, or listen very well either, but that's just my personal opinion. Virgo, don't say shit. Okay, listen to what it says. It says, where is the lie? It says, where is the lie? It says, am I on the right one? Yes, I am. I just want to make for sure. It says, get quiet to get clear. Put your hands on your heart. No, now, are you confused or are you afraid? See what I'm saying? Are you confused or are you afraid? Remember, I just said I don't see Virgo as a person who's good at communicating or good at, you know, talking, things of that nature. They're wonderful at being clean. They're wonderful at making money. You know, real tedious things. But when it comes to communication, they're not that good. And I can say that not because I know a gang of Virgos, but I can say that because I too used to have a problem with communicating and not being able to accept anything that anybody had to say. You know what I'm saying? That changes with growth. You feel me? You couldn't tell me shit about nothing. I never listened to not one motherfucker ever. I just didn't. I just never did. I mean, I would listen, but it would be one of those situations would go in one ear and out the other. Like, okay, I'm gonna respect you and listen to what it is that you have to say, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna do me. You feel me? Because I know my way works. I don't know if your way works, but I know my way works. You know? So I get it. I get it. But Virgo, sometimes y'all need to stop and listen, because listen what it says. It says, put your hand on your heart. Now, are you confused or afraid? Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. It says, show your true face. Wearing a mask blocks your vulnerability in your blessings. If you're wearing a mask, dare to reveal yourself. You are lying to others and to yourself. Wearing a mask is exhausting. Be you. Be you. If someone else is wearing a mask with you, you deserve clarity. Your relationship and connection is built on lies. Their mask is a projection of their own. Declaration, I am willing to remove the mask. This is what your spiritual lesson is all about. This is what your spiritual empowerment is all about, Virgo. Dare to be you. The good, the bad, the ugly. But don't let somebody else's mask make you put on a mask. That just makes me feel like mirroring each other, but not in a good way. You can mirror somebody in a positive way. You can mirror somebody in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Simple example, mirroring a fucking millionaire. I want to mirror a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to mirror no motherfucker that ain't trying to do shit with theyself, or they got this big old stupid ass ego. No, if you don't want to do none of the mirroring, none of that, take off your mask and be your own self. Show the world the real you, Virgo. Show the world the real you. Okay, stop pretending to be something that you're not. That's where all these little lies and everything come around in the community. Okay, because it said lies. It has said lies. That's what it has said. It says, where is the lie? You feel me? Where is the lie? Get quiet and get clear. Get quiet and get clear, Virgo. All right. Now, let's use the Cosmic Insight cards right here. You wait, it ain't your turn yet. Let's use the Cosmic Insight cards. And I want to know, like, what's going on behind the scenes for Virgo. I only want one card, but if we need to pull another one, we'll do that. Okay? But Spirit, please, when it comes to Virgo in the month of March, what's going on behind the scenes, please, for Virgo? I just need one card, please. 1 or 2 cards, please, for Virgo. And there she go. Aww. So, Virgo, it talks about guardians, right? And it says, a lost loved one watches over you. So, I really feel like I only need one card. I don't feel like I need another one. But you may have recently been talking to someone who has passed on, or they may be sending you some messages. You may see some pennies around. You may see some feathers around. This is them trying to communicate with you to let you know, hey, you're not going through this by yourself. Hey, we see what you're going through. Hey, we see your hurt. Hey, we see your pain. Hey, but you need to see yourself and remove that mask. Your people is trying to talk to you and let you know they support you and they love you. All right, Virgo, that's what you need to know. That's what's going on behind the scenes, whether you know it or not. All right, whether you believe in it or not, that's what it is. Okay, now, let's use the angel answers right here. All right. Let's see. I want to know what blessings or what breakthroughs is coming through for Virgo in the month of March, please, with these angel answers. What blessings, Spirit, or breakthroughs is coming through for Virgo in the month of March? One card, please. We got to read that one, because some of these be like this and some of these be like that. It took me a long time to realize that I think it was 2 no's in here, or 2 yeses or some shit. But what breakthroughs or blessings is coming through for Virgo in the month of March? When it comes to your angel answers, you got no. So whatever you have been thinking about, considering, or whatever the case may be, we got no for that. Let's see what no, and I've never read this before. I just never have, y'all. So let's see what this means. So we have no with an exclamation mark and no without. And there's no exclamation mark on this one, Virgo. So let's read what this no has to say when it comes to your breakthroughs or your blessings. Okay. It says, the answer to your question is no. It says, you may gather additional information by asking another question surrounding the issue and draw another card. So, remember early on, the answer to your question is no, gather more information. So, remember when I talked about with the cross-pollinate, I said people are gossiping and all this, that, and the other. There's a lack of communication in this situation for Virgo in the month of March, okay? Gather more information if you want to. Gather additional information to find out what it is that you want to know. But what you know right now is a no to that no. Whatever that means. What you know right now is a no to that no, okay? The answer is no, okay? Now, luckily, we have this last deck right here. And this, we're going to use this very last deck right here to see what Spirit wants you to know right now in this moment for Virgo in the month of March. Spirit, to close out this reading for Virgo, what messages or message do you have for them? One card, please. Nah, I ain't doing that. I said one card, please. For Virgo. To close out this reading, Spirit, for Virgo, the month of March, what messages do you have for Virgo? All right, y'all, here we go. Ooh, see, number 28 could be significant to you, Virgo. Remember, when I talked about that big chop, starting over, something, an event has happened in your life, you starting over, you moving away from it. So, with this no coming out, I don't know what this no could mean, but know that one path that you were choosing or thinking about going down, the answer to it is no. You want to know why it's a no? Because you have a new life ahead of you. You have a new life ahead of you. As soon as you decide to take that mask off and change what needs to be changed within you, so it will reflect on the outside of you, that's when this new life begins for you, Virgo. All right? That's what Spirit wants you to know. All right? So that's the message. That is your reading for the month of March, Virgo. All right? Rising court, the chamber dims for now, but your light does not. Continue to move with intention until we meet again. I am Queen Von Shay, Rising 360 Plus Tarot. Hey, go check out my Patreon channel. I just launched it at midnight, you guys. I have 3 months worth of material that's going to be uploaded. And right now, it is free. So you might want to go over there and check it out. It's free right now. But as the juicy stuff start rolling in, it's not going to be free. And it's not like I'm charging much for it or anything like that. But go check it out. You basically get to see a real peek into my life. Like when the camera goes off, you know what I'm saying? But the audio still keep rolling. You kind of get to get a peek of how I am when I'm not on this camera with y'all. So if you think I'm a trip now, see me how it is without the camera rolling, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank you, Virgo. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm out.